Alrighty then, we have got this one fender completed. This is where I filled in that hole. I countersink the screws, got them down. I cut off, remember I was saying that the fender slid back this way? Rather than moving all this stuff here, cutting this loose and moving it back here, I just cut off 1 inch here and welded it back on there. So we got plenty of room. That's where I wanted to start with, right there, about 1 inch from the end. And I added on to my fender probably about 6 more inches. See where I added on right there. Then I rounded the front. I didn't want it just that sharp cut off in, so I rounded the front to have it that look there. It's a little uphill, but it'll be all right. It'll be okay. See what needs to go down. Oh, the bolt ain't tight there. It's not tightened up. See over there? But it'll be all right. And for temporary, I went ahead and put my hood on these fasteners. Got it bolted down. What I thought about on my power steering, how to do it, I got to remembering that this was a separate shaft. This here was a separate shaft from this. I took all the screws out and lifted it up, and sure enough, it is. Well, when I took this off, this was full of water. You can see the rust in there. You can't tell the rust now because you see it right there where I have smeared it around with the grease. But this thing was leaking water. Only thing I got a plastic bushing on, see if I can find it. But anyway, this shaft here is a little too short up here, so this is 3/4. So I cut this shaft off. And I'm gonna take the top of this shaft here, what I need at the top, however long I need it, I'm gonna cut it. I'm gonna weld it on here. Then sandwich. Get it back in there. I'm going to sandwich this piece in between my dashboard, which I'll take the fiberglass back off, and this piece of metal here, I have to make the hole littler because the 1/4 inch bolts go in that almost don't quite have a place to mount them. And when I get my decals made for this tractor, it's not going to have this slot here at all. All this be covered up. It's going to be, I'll weld that hole up. When I put my decal on, it'll be flat. I hadn't done much more to it than that. So we're working on it real slow. So I'm going to go get some more brake line. This is what these are, brake lines. I'll get 2 or 3 more of them. And I figured how to put these ends back on. There's no problem whatsoever. That is simple. So I figured that out. I can get them little things off the end of it, off of this, slide them back, cut that end off. Now, you know these little rubber bumper stoppers? I don't know what you call them, on your seat right here. These things. Well, I bought them off the internet. They was like $2 a piece, and had to order and wait for a week to come in, something like that. But I went to the junkyard to get looking for a cable, and I found that Ford transmission shifting cable. While I was there, I was messing around. See, I need 2 more here. Then I found these on cars. If you open the door on the car, you'll find these bumpers on the car. Now that one right there will go in there. I just got it in there, but it's probably not tight as I want it. But if I can get this one in there, this will even be better. But I got to get it greased up and try to work it in there. Well, them air probably be all right. It's holding pretty good. I mean, it ain't going nowhere. I just put a little, the other one you didn't see me, I put a little spit on it. And I take the back of the thing and I push it around until it's in there. So I might just use them right there. Whoop, there it is. They're a little different. I mean, if somebody picks up both seats, and I guess some of these haters can say, oh, your rubber things on the back are different. Thumbs down, boo, boo, boo. That's probably what happened. I mean, some haters just, or some of them just, I don't know. Anyway, I guess that's what it's about. Hate and love. They're not even building it. Some of them put thumbs down. But anyway, I like it. Talking about haters, I first give myself a thumb down. What I just done, I didn't pay no attention. I see this fender back here? And see my hand, there ain't much clearance in it. So I made this in the same way. See, there ain't much clearance here. Just from looking from this view to that view, they look the same, but if you look at both of them, they're not the same. And the reason why I come up with that conclusion, if I go from the frame here to here, that's where we're at. We're about 3 1/4 up off the frame. Now watch this. This totally sucks. Off the frame. About almost 2 inches low. Oh, that's getting to piss me off. That's pissing me off. Hell, I'm going to have to move this now. Remake another doohickey to raise this up. Oh, crap. Cut them angle irons off. Bolt them back on and pick it up and weld it. Once I get this situated, I'll weld these in place. Oh, crap. You know, so I guess I'm just getting burnt out and getting tired and getting a little aggravated with it, with this thing. And I'm doing so many screw-ups now. So everything I'm doing is double. Well, it's taking me twice as long to think. I guess my brain just don't want to fool with it. Because I've been putting a lot of long hours in this thing. Long hours. Trying to keep my viewers happy on the YouTube. But I'm about to get, yeah, you figure it out. Well, look how much I jacked it up. I hadn't took these loose yet. I put this here and it still don't touch, but it's a lot better. But look at the clearance. But the problem is, the tire's flat, so it's not bulging up like this one is. It's only about close to 20 pounds, this tire. And see, look at this one. It's flat, it's not bulging up. So I'm going to crank up the down compressor and blow it up. See what it looks like. And see, that definitely being away with this thing now. See, I pulled it out of the way. I don't know where the hell I'll put it now. Alrighty, I done repositioned this frickin' fender. You see up now, it's up higher. It's way up higher. Now that it's still fastened the same way with the bolt go right through here, just welded on the bottom. So I cut that part there off. You can see it. Cut that off. I notched that so it fit around that where it make it look tight good. I'm gonna have to somehow it got bent. I got to pick this up a little bit at the front and hope it don't hit my oil cooler. If it does, I'll grind some of the fins off my oil cooler, get it out of the way. But let me show you what I'm gonna do on my power steering motor. I'm gonna take this piece of brass here and I'm gonna sheen it till it fits down about that deep. Then I'm going to bore a 3/4 hole in it. Then I'm going to insert this seal on top of it. That's my plan. I wish I had some impregnated brass with oil, but I don't have none. This will work fine. Number one, I'm going to drive this thing. It ain't like a tractor going to be used every day, 8 hours a day. So it'll be fine. I want a long support because of the steering wheel. You know, when you're hanging on to it, hanging on this steering wheel, you snatching, you're pulling on it, and you want something long supported. So inside of there, so that's why I'm going to push it all the way down in there. Well, I just bored out this piece of my column for my seal. I'm not going to knock it all in, but that's fine. My seal's perfect. I'll be able to put a seal in it now. Now I'm going to drill a zert fitting in it so I can grease it time to time when I need to. Well, I went to go use the mill, but I can't use it because he got something set up in it. And I don't want to bother it. He might get pissed off, so I'm going to let it alone. I'm just going to hand drill it. Well, I'm going back to basics. We're going to use the drill press. We're going to use it this way. Drill my hole and tap it in this drill press. Well, I'm using the V-block to keep this piece straight. So when I drill this, it'll be straight. Then when I tap it, it'll be straight. So that's what I'm going to do. We went through. All right, now let's tap her. All right, here it goes. Let's see if we break it. Oh, wrong one. It's a little fast. I might turn it off real quick. There she come through. So I got to back it off by hand. When you do this, using the drill press tapping, you have to use the right type of tap. And you got to drill the right, you can't drill the hole too small. If you get it too small, you break the tap off. So you got to drill the hole the right size tap. And when you do all that, you can tap this away. There she go. Well, I'm going to show you the right tap to use. You see that end that's bevel and like headed that way? Well, this is made to cut the shavings and push the shavings out. You don't keep them in there. I think it's called a gun tap. That's one you need. Well, there it is. It's got a tap in it. Not a tap. It's got a grease zert fitting in it. Got a seal ready to be knocked in it. I'm gonna press this piece in my other column right here. Press this piece in there, and get ready to mount this thing in the dashboard. I'm gonna take this piece back out here. Take it over to the drill press. We're going to press this piece in there. Well, we're going to put some of this Loctite on there. We're just going to coat the crap out of it and press it in there. And that's just in there pretty tight. Plus the Loctite will keep the water out of it. So I cleaned it up with MEK. I'm going to coat the crap out of it. It's going to be stuck in there good. It ain't coming out today or tomorrow or next week. You have to heat it, get it out of there. Whoever wants to get it out of there. Going to take a little heat. Guarantee you. I'm going to put some inside of here too. Put it in here. Well, let's press her in there. That shouldn't come out or leak, either one. That ain't going nowhere. Think I did. But there she is. Now that ain't going nowhere. It ain't gonna leak. They ain't gonna leak right here nowhere, 'cause that's full of doggone it stuff. That should be there forever. I get my grease fitting, grease it, plus get my oil seal in there. I'll be happy. Well, let's see if it's been. I chucked it in the lathe and let's just see. If it did, it's barely. Well, unfortunately, I have to keep my tractor outside, so I drag it inside when I need it. Let's uncover it. See how this is going to look for the. It's going to be tall enough for the steering wheel. Alrighty. I think the chart has a few leaks in it because I see a little water up there. See it? But I keep W40 all over this and all over this. It's turned a little bit. You see how different that is? And that is? It's turned a little brown, but not much. Well, let's see how far this sticks up. Oh, that's going to be beautiful right there. That is going to be beautiful. Put my little rubber seal around it right there in the middle. And that'll be fine. Let me check it against the steering wheel if I can find it. It's about the same height as that one. Just, well, actually it's a little taller. This is the one I had in there. This is a little bit taller, so that's good. So I'm back where I was then. I hope you can see it. I don't know if you can see it or not, but this is going to work out fine. I think it's right about where it was to start with. I'll put that grease fitting somewhere there, or I think I'll put it like that. Put that steering wheel on there. That's what we're going to do. The next thing to do is buy these tires for this thing. It's going to be about $350 for the tires. But somehow, some way I'm going to get it. I don't know how, but I'm going to get it. And I still need some other stuff expensive. I need the 4 tubes, because I'm not going to trust these rims to hold. Once I weld it up, I'm just going to put tubes in them. And tubes are like $17 a piece. But cut this shaft in two. This piece that went up here, and I got my column pressed in there, and got my grease fitting, and I'm gonna cut this off according where I want it, and I'm gonna weld it on top of this one. Then my steering wheel will go on top of it. So that's the plan. All right, now we just cut this one off. Now we're gonna weld these two together, and we'll run the tapering like I did that. We're going to weld it up, then I'm going to laze it down, put it in lathe, turn it down where it fit back in there. So that's the plan. And I'm sticking with it. Now I think that'd be enough bevel to weld up. We'll put that together and weld it. I think that'd be fine. Now after I weld it, that's what it looked like right there. Should be 2 pieces in there. So we're going to weld these two together and get that effect. Got a while ago. So we're going to lay them in here, both these pieces, and we're going to clamp them down. We're going to tack one side down real good. We're going to flip it, tack it, flip it, tack it, flip it, tack it, then start welding it until we get that weld in there. You know, before I weld this piece, I'm going to make me a gap in here so the weld will build up. You know, if the weld builds up, it'll make it throw it off around. But you got to round these corners off, because you don't, they won't sit down there flat. So we're going to set that in there. Then we're going to take these, let them hang over a little bit over the, turn it around. Don't weld it that way, we'll screw up. But move it back a little bit. See, put that into that. So now I'm going to get another piece of angle iron and put over top, weld a little flat plate to it. I may not. I don't know what I'm going to do. Let's just see. If I can get my clamp hole, I ain't going to do that. We got a clamp down. We're ready to weld. Well, chicken hockey. This other bistrip's got a little piece of angle iron welded on. It's perfect for it on the bottom. But this don't have one welded on. But we're going to use some of this stuff right here. Keep our sticking all over the place. Let me reclamp this thing again. We'll come back with welding. By the way, I'm heating up the torch a little bit so I can make sure that I get a good weld. Well, there she is. She ain't 100% accurate, but it's so close. I think it'll be all right. These splines right here that go in the other part, it's got a little wobble in it, so the most of that wobble will be on the bottom of this, so be able to wobble a little bit beside it. See, most of your good stuff be at the top. Then at the bottom there, your wobble be in there. So I think it'd be fine. I'm gonna go, probably too hot to touch right now. See how hot it is. Well, it ain't steaming. Ouch! It ain't pretty hot. It ain't steaming hot, but it's hot enough to burn your fingers. Well, let's give a little test of it turn. Let's get the steering wheel over here. Set it on there and see what happens. That's just right. Oh, it turns. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. That's just the way it's going to be right there. I can get to my Zerf fitting. I can grease that brass bearing, bushing. Look at the oil coming out. Turning. Just got to put my, put this back in, that in, this in, and that back in. Once I do that, this joker here will be ready. Then I got to make a piece here to mount my column. Next thing I got to do. Well, let's put our seal in, see what'll happen. Let me get a hammer. I'll put that in the press where I can press down on equally and put it in there. Beating and banging around on crap. See what happens. Might throw a piece of metal up on there because that ain't tall. I'm just going to use the press to get it started good. Then I'm going to go rest away with the hammer. I want to see how tight it is with the hammer. See how good it goes in. With the press you can't tell. But you can get it in straight. Well, I can tell you it ain't very tight. So, that ain't super tight, so that's good. Let's take it out and see what it does with the hammer now. I got it most of the way in there. Let's see what the hammer does the rest of the way. Alright, let's see what happened. Oh yeah, that's perfect. That is perfect. I love that. See the little green stuff come out, so it's sealing it real good. Might have been a hair tight, but that is beautiful. I love it when the plan comes together. That looks like it came from the factory right there. That looks good. Looks very good. Let's see how it's going to slide over the shaft with a seal in there. Oh, that'll keep the rain out of it now. I ain't going to worry about the rain coming in there. Which that seal, I mean that grease fit to be out front. I put a CAD plated grease fitting in there so it won't rust in a long while. Alrighty. I love it when a plan comes together. Just got to put my snap rings in it now. And my two washers. These are like the little thrust washers. One be a snap ring on the bottom, then a washer, another washer, then a snap ring. That provides a little push down, a little pull up. Also, I'm going to pull this shaft back out and I'm going to take the torch. I'm going to heat this shaft, not real hot. I'm going to heat it to where it'll take the stress out of it where I weld it, so they won't have a lot of stress in it. Hey, I appreciate the comment about putting the beer mug on the back of the tractor. That's a good idea, but the problem is I'm looking for keeping it as natural look as I can keep it. So I put a beer mug on there. It's not going to look natural. So that's a good idea. I appreciate it. Appreciate it a lot. And I appreciate the other guys' comments too. That was ironic or funny when that guy on one of the comments said that you ought to put a front end loader on that thing and put a 3-point hitch. Well, here's a front end loader I built. It's probably been over 20 years ago. I had all the cylinders and the pump and all that, but all this got in my house. I had it burned up. This was side the house, and it all burned up. And where I was storing these cylinders and these parts at, the cylinders still could have been rebuilt. All the stuff, except for the control lever, it was messed up bad. But I couldn't. They had thrown them away, so I didn't have no more. But I got both arms. I got that one. I got that one there. You can see that part over there. But this froze up in this pivot. This is back 20 years ago when I didn't care about neat work.